Well, speaking of looking your best, it is the holiday photo season. So here with a few tips for taking the perfect family picture is Chris Bosworth from the Cleveland Photographic Society. It's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
People do sometimes dread the holiday pictures.
Why do you think I'm behind the camera?
Right. You know, and especially when you get a big group of people together,
Yes.
there's at least one person that's going to say they hate it.
Yep.
So it's like, how do you make sure that everyone at least is more than likely happy with what you get? Where do you begin?
Yes.
Do you start with the planning in advance, I'm guessing?
Absolutely. It's not too early to start planning right now, and Christmas is coming up on us fast. I think that the shot really starts like now, after maybe 11 o'clock after this show here. So you got three moving parts that I look at. I know the environment. I know who's going to host the party. The people, I probably know how many people are going to be there, and that's really crucial. And the equipment. So I've got an option. I have our typical smartphone.
And sometimes those smartphones can take some amazing pictures.
They do, but they're not going to be my first choice for this for three reasons. One, their angle of view isn't very wide, so you're kind of limited. The second thing is the flash isn't very bright, so that can be a problem. And the biggest thing is we want to print this picture, and we don't have enough information. They're getting better, but they just don't make really good prints. They're not large enough. So I have my trusty DSLR here. So it's bigger, it has a bigger sensor, it will capture more data. It's got this kit lens came with it. This is about half the cost of my smartphone. It's got a wide angle lens on it, and it's got a little pop-up flash. So this flash is good. It's not the best, but it'll do the job. If you happen to have an external flash, this is even better. It's more power, it's gonna cycle faster because we wanna shoot fast. And it's flexible, so.
Especially with the little ones, you got to shoot fast, as many and as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to try to fix that. So this thing, I'm going to point it at the ceiling, because if I do that, I'm lighting up the ceiling. It's a larger area, and it's going to soften the light. And that's
interesting point.
No shadows. It just looks a lot better if you can do that.
Okay, well that's good. No, you have some examples, right, that you brought with you.
Let me go to the shooting day. This is important.
Okay.
So this picture right here is probably the most important. I do this when I get to the house. And it tells me a lot of really important information. Number one, the exposure is good. I'm not going to change my camera settings after I do this shot. Number two, I don't see any reflections or glares. We can back up to that other one if we could, just showing the empty room. And number two, I'm seeing how wide a shot I can get, where the people are going to be. I'm looking for glares. I don't see any of that. I have furniture. I'm going to move that coffee table out of the way, and I'm probably going to bring that ottoman over and use it for posing.
Interesting.
So here's a possible tripping point when you get there. After I've done this shot, I'm going to let everybody know we're going to take a picture, and we're going to do it quickly. We're going to do it early in the day. I don't want to do it after the meal because I don't want people in food coma. I don't want any people that may have indulged in a few adult drinks.
Yes, because then that never looks good in the shot.
And you're going to have to interrupt the people on the PlayStation and whatever. And you don't want to interrupt the cook. You know, we don't want to burn anything when this is happening. I look at like a 5 to 10 minute window. I say, look, we're gonna get this done in 5 to 10 minutes.
Hey, you give them that short time of window for them. They know I'm not going to be sitting here that long. Fine.
Yep.
I can deal with it for 5 to 10 minutes.
Right. So this next picture is the one that's the killer. So I've got all these people standing here. If we look, that one. So you're faced with this dilemma. These people are like, okay, here I am. Let's get this over with. So what do you do with all these people? So what I'm looking at is I want to start in the middle of my empty room. I want to start there at a center point and start building out from that.
Gotcha.
So if we look at our next picture where everybody's out, see how great that looks?
That looks awesome.
They were wonderful. So I started in the middle and I worked out and I seated people and then I started layering. Children can come in the front. Adults can go in the back, and it doesn't really matter if they're real tall or not. If you see the way I've got them layered, that just, you know, that's not perfect. If I had it to do again, I might change a few things, but they were just really great willing subjects.
Well, they look like they're all smiling at least. You got them all smiling. Everyone's eyes are open.
Yep. So,
and you had some fun with it too.
Yeah, so this is one. Now, these people bleed scarlet and gray. This was taken just 5 days ago.
Was before the big game?
Before the game, those people up north got beat.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so what I like to do after you've taken a few shots is tell people, okay, go crazy. When people go crazy, they can make funny faces, whatever. I never expected the Ohio thing, but that's what they do.
Those are normally the best.
That's
right?
it. And they probably like that picture more than the other ones.
I would agree with you on that one too. But hey, if someone wants to really learn how to do this, they could take a class with volunteers.
Right. I belong to Cleveland Photographic Society. We're unique in that we're a school, and a club. So the school, we've got 3 schools that have digital editing content, so you can learn how to do Photoshop, Lightroom. Most importantly, we have the fundamentals of good photography. That class, we start you at the beginning. We have people that haven't even unboxed the camera yet. And we'll take them.
Takes a class like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
They're filling up right now. They're enrolling, and that class will fill.
Get on clevelandphoto.org. Go there, sign up, learn all about it, and you'll have the best pictures come next year. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you here. David?
Thanks.